Hey YouTube, it's been a while again. I've been looking for a better way to hunt down my dreams, to push toward them, but instead I figured out another way how to fail it. I've been trying to get a full-time job that pays my bills and leaves some space for me to create besides of that, and it failed. Yet I learned a lot about myself and other people. I hope this is a step towards the right direction, but it doesn't seem so at this point yet. Then I tried to work part-time to have more time for side projects, and it didn't work either. So what is the problem here? I was analyzing this for last week. I must agree to all those people who say that it's not about how much time do you have. The same applies to money. It's about how you distribute it. And I was distributing it the wrong way from the perspective of my goals. So what is the difference of good and bad distribution, of moving toward the goals or staying in place or even getting backwards? The difference is to have a goal, first of all, and this is my personal problem for many years. I don't really know what I want. The next thing is to have a why. Why does it matter? So without clear goal, where I want to be, and without that clear understanding why I want to be there, or it's not understanding, I think it's better to be named a failing. Like, I feel this is the right way, or I feel this is the right thing. And they say it requires some space. Get bored. But how can we get bored in these days? There are so many things. Even if you leave social media aside, you can go anywhere, you can do everything. It was summer. It was a great place and time to move outside. Well, we still need to find that place where we can stay calm, silent, and it is possible to actually get bored by actually feeling like I don't want to sit here anymore. I will better go and do something else. Coding, recording videos, writing a book, article, whatever. So, changing consumption to creation. And that's not so easy, because consumption is actually a passive state. Like, literally, the only thing to consume, the only thing to do to consume, the only thing that you need to do to consume is just swipe. You can consume content, information, fun, knowledge. Yeah, you can consume it this way. Food, you can order it. Items of any sort. And we were never designed to live that way. So this is amazing advantage, and this is the course when we have no idea how to live with this option. how to not make it the default state of us. And this is tricky. I remember last year I got some traction or momentum, and I was wondering, like, is it actually momentum or is it not? So the thing is, we are wired that way, our brain is wired that way, that we don't move more than we need. We are saving resources for important activities. This is the normal state. This is not something that can be called like lazy. This is not laziness. This is the reality. And then we're in the situation where we can save all the resources. The problem is, without spending resources, we are not getting new resources. So the momentum is when we spend some resources and new resources appears automatically. It becomes a chain reaction. It is not related to the outcomes. And this was my failure. I saw like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm getting no traction on this channel, on that channel, I'm not getting traction with my app. Oh, probably I'm doing something wrong. Let me sit and think and analyze and overthink what I'm doing wrong. Well, this is exactly the wrong thing I started to do. I stopped doing, I stopped creating, and I started to analyze and overthink all that things again. Where it led me? Basically nowhere. I'm at the same place, starting it over. So one thing that is helpful, and if there is one thing that you can learn from me today, as soon as you start doing something towards your dream, towards your goal, do not stop. Like if you have a choice, like literally, if you see and feel that, okay, this is the moment of choice, should I continue or should I not? If you see and know that this is the right path, please do not stop. Keep going. Because setting everything again, being at 0 point again, with that feeling of giving up previously, well, it's hard to start over. Like literally, right now setting up all this stuff, yeah, I'm doing it differently. I'm speaking differently. I put some extra effort to make edits more interesting, to learn. And this is great. But it would be even better if I would not stop doing that previously. Last time I had a strike of 3 days. I published it with wrong timing, but I had 3 days recording in a row. Then I had around 2 weeks of TikToks recording. It was just talking head, similar format. Even more easy, I was just recording myself to the phone. Just to get used to it. Just to try this format. And well, it didn't work well, but it worked. Some people noticed that, oh, you've started your TikTok, you've been talking about something. And the things I've been speaking there are quite interesting. It's about leadership, about how to actually lead people. And it's weird because I saw so many ways how it's happening wrong. I was able to do it the right way to actually lead people and lead to results. At the same time, I believe I do not understand what is value and how to bring value to the people. This doesn't seem logical, but this is the reality. This is how I feel. And at the same time, I literally can feel people. I understand people well. But then, like, oh, you care about this and that, and I do not. Why do I care about that? Why anyone cares about, sports? Who won the game? Like, for me, literally, it's like, wow, nice. This one, they like sports and game, like soccer, football in Europe. Like, okay, they had a game. This won, this lost. Nice, okay. Why do we talk about that? And this is the problem, to understand why it matters to the people and what exactly matters. There are so many great books written and available, and even for free. You can read them on your phone that you have in your pocket. You're watching this video probably, or computer or any other device. But we still prefer watching Netflix, YouTube, and all the other stuff. Well, there is a value there. Or there are some hidden mechanisms. Why do we do that? While it's quite easy to see flaws in other people, in other people's behaviors, in other people's decisions, it's so hard to see the same in our own. And it doesn't happen because we are bad people. We aren't. It happens because our psychology, our mind protects us. And that's the reason we need something or someone to reflect with. Well, it depends what you want. To have a real person in front of you, to have a camera in front of me. There are different ways of achieving the same. To actually see real self and the real world. And append all those details to our mental models about ourselves, about other people's, about the world around us. What is your way of catching quirks in your own behavior, or figure out space for improvement and actually implement them? Which exactly mechanisms or tools are you using? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious about that. Thanks for watching this. Have a nice day. Bye.